So wake up this morning, turn on Uber, Instacart, you know, the apps I got. I accept the order around 6:30 or so. Like $11. I think it was like 5 miles, 7-Eleven. I'm like, I'll do that. Why not? I go to pick up the order. 3 bottles of E&J brandy, like the 375 milliliters. So they're like a little, like about that big. A brandy right in the morning. I'm like, oh, somebody's getting a party started. Hey, good for them. Whatever. I get to the drop off. I got to go around back. The directions say, come to the back, call me, come to the back. I get there, I go to the back. So I'm at like the back. It's like a 4-family flat in St. Louis, you know, 4 apartments or whatever. I'm in the backyard knocking on the door because I called, she didn't pick up. Drop off the delivery. No problems at all. No issues. Easy. Easy. This order was paying $11. And with Uber, you don't, you know, it could have been all base pay, a tip. You don't really know, but I'm thinking $11 for my time. It's worth it. What happened to me today has only happened one other time that I can recall. And I did a video about it. This was a couple years ago. And it was on a shopping order. And I remember it was like a Walgreens order. And the lady pulled back the tip. I called support and they actually gave me the money back several days later. It was like $8. The lady this morning, not even 7 o'clock in the AM, for her brandy, pulled the tip. So only paid me $5 and some change. Why even put the $6 and some whatever? Why put the tip in and then take it back? I followed instructions, did everything I was supposed to do, no issues, wasn't late. No, some would say, was this an order from last night? She didn't get it for whatever reason, and she's upset and she's getting it today, and then she decides to take the tip back after delivery. Possible, maybe, but why even do that? I did the job. But the real question here is, Uber, you showed me something and you didn't pay me for it. Now I get it. Customers on your app can pull tips back, or they can even change them. They can up them or decrease them based on service or whatever. There was no issues. There was no real logical reason for her to do that. There just wasn't. Part of me wanted to go back, knock on the door, say, what's up? I ain't gonna do that. You can get deactivated for that. And I don't know who lives in that house, and I ain't trying to cause any trouble. I don't recommend doing that. It's $6, not the end of the world. But I'm making this video because we talk about tip baiting and people do it. And anytime I hear people talk about it, I'm like, man, that doesn't really happen to me. I don't really have that experience. I don't think customers do it that often. And I still believe that. But when it happens, it's a little bit of a gut punch. I took something thinking I was gonna make this amount, and I made less than half of that. That sucks. $5 5 miles, I never do $5 for 5 miles. I can't remember a time I've ever done a $5 for 5 mile trip. I just can't. I see those all the time on Uber, and they're always declined. What kind of person does that? What kind of person puts a tip in and then takes it away? She didn't like my hat? Maybe she's not a fan of the LA. She didn't like the mustache? Maybe. But it's kind of low life to tip bait. Don't even leave anything at all. But maybe she wanted that E&J brandy so bad, and her experience is she has to wait longer when she doesn't, that I'm gonna put a tip in there and then I'll take it away. I'm gonna get it pretty quick. It's early in the morning, maybe there's not a lot of people out. I wanna get this, I need to get my EJ and brandy on. Have you been tip baited? What do you guys do? You can call Uber. And if you get to a supervisor, you might, I say this because it's worked for me and it's worked for other people, you might be able to get that difference back if you get the right agent and you're and they're sympathetic with you. Is it worth the time for $6? I'm not calling Uber again. I just called them last week. I don't want my account flagged any more than it needs to be. I'll take the loss. It's $6. It is what it is. I got a $110 catering order tomorrow at 10:15. The money will always make itself up. as long as you continue to move and try to be positive, even in the middle of a deactivation, a tip bait, a car issue, whatever you got going on. Try to keep one foot in front of the other. Do not allow, okay, and I say this speaking from experience, do not allow customers to take too much of your energy. I could have crashed out on her today. At the end of the day, I did a couple more orders, came home, worked on some other things. It's been a pretty chill day. But tip baiting is something Uber should fix on their app. If a customer wants to take away a tip, there should be a reason that Uber can verify as to why they're doing it. There has to be something. They should not allow offers to an independent contractor to go out for $11 and then winds up being only $5 without a verifiable reason. Because if anything, Uber, what you should do is if they have an issue, okay, you should give them some kind of credit for your app or something like that. Pay us the full amount and say, you know what, we're going to give you a $6 credit on your app. We're sorry that you had a bad experience with that driver. Not that that's what happened. I can't, but we're sorry that you feel that way. We're going to give you a credit. So next time you order, you're going to have the $6 there. But the driver's going to get what he got. The delivery was complete. And there's an issue with the food, the preparedness of it, the coldness of it. You're missing a fry in your bag or whatever it is. Then the merchant should have to pay for that. And Uber or DoorDash can get the money from the merchant. At the end, when the merchant has to pay DoorDash, hey, we had this many complaints at your restaurant. This is what you need to owe us, because we had to issue a refund to the consumer. But no, instead they take it from us. Have you guys been tip baited? What do you do about it? Do you just take an L? Do you call support? I want to see what you guys got to say in the comment section down below. Not a great way to start today. $5 for 5 miles is not where I need to be in my gig world. But at the end of the day, I'm done letting the customers. I'm done battling the customers. I'm gonna battle Uber and Spark and DoorDash or whatever app is, the catering ones. I'm gonna bring it to them, because customers right now have shown me, most of them are good, but a lot of them aren't. They've shown me they don't care, and they just want to continue to have convenience even without having to pay the driver anything. So I've battled them enough. I'm over it. It's time to put the focus on the companies, because they can have better policies in place to take care of the people that are facilitating their millions of orders a day. I got tip baited today. When was the last time it happened to y'all? How do you guys handle it? At the end of the day, it doesn't happen often enough to really be that concerning. But Uber, you can do better with this policy. You're trusting your consumers more than the people that drive for you. That's kind of like running a retail store or a restaurant, and you just automatically assume the customer's always right without verifying with the server or the cashier. It's not 1980. In 2025, the customer's not always right, and you guys should do a better job of verifying what they're telling you.